We have brought 20 classmates into official adulthood during our nursing school program. And Autumn, where are you, Autumn? We'll be thinking about you in June when we turn our baby, the 20-year-old, into an adult. The oldest person in this class is just a couple of months shy of 50 years old. And as one of the class moms, she always has Sudafed, Excedrin, Tylenol, Tic Tacs, lip balm, and Band-Aids in her bag. And she also highly recommends spending a lot of time around people that are half your age. And it doesn't hurt to stand sideways and suck it in photos when you're doing so. But I don't know who that is. As a class, we have invested over 100 years in our education collectively to get to this point. And as we enter the workforce, we'll have a collective 45 years of nursing experience, 125 years of medical experience, and that's a pretty impressive start for a bunch of little baby nurses. We have put in over 97,000 clinical hours as a group, and we've consumed over 3,600 gallons of coffee. We have printed 100,000 pages plus. We've cried a million tears. We've laughed even on our darkest days when we were sure that we would not be sitting up here today. We've answered hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of questions. We've learned new medications, then forgotten the medications, and then we looked up and re-remembered what we thought we had forgotten. We have studied information that was never on a test, and we have tested over information that it seems we've never seen before. And sometimes while we're sitting in the testing room in your little cubicle, you're thinking, there is no way we were taught that information. We have hated our instructors, and then we have loved them and thanked them the very next day because they actually asked questions that we were expecting and we knew the answers. We have neglected our friends and our family and our homes, and we've hollered at our family from the other room, eat some cereal, because we just don't have time to cook. We've come to class without benefit of a shower or a shampoo more times than we would want to admit. By the way, dry shampoo is your friend. But since the survey was semi-anonymous, I'm the only one who really knows all the truth. Along with the person that sat next to you that recognized your same clothes from yesterday, most of the time without even throwing them into the dryer just to freshen them up a little bit. And yes, Callie, putting on a different jacket does help. I'm not going to judge you for that. We have applied and reapplied and reapplied mascara because who has the time to take it off? We have put on deodorant more times in class and in clinicals than we did at home. Because when you're trying to remember a stethoscope, a badge, a pen light, a pen, a watch, a notepad, a clipboard, your med sheets, articles, clinical packets, scrubs, your hair ties, Sharpies, pencils, highlighters, scissors, chapstick, your lunch, your shoes, your unmatching socks, your underwear, and your bra, you just cannot remember deodorant too. We have learned that our mannequins in the sim lab come with interchangeable parts, and when the instructor says, "Wiggle it, Kevin," she is referring to the catheter and not the place where you're inserting the catheter. We have learned that when someone says, "Call a code blue, Katie," that does not mean to run up and down the corridor hollering, "Code blue!" That when you don't know what else to do, you just repeat what the charge nurse said. Right, Brooklyn, get the epi. We have learned that you should never go into surgery without having eaten breakfast. No one ever actually fainted, but there were some close calls. And by the way, what you think that they do in a circumcision is not really what happens. So, big props to all you guys out there. We have lost friends along the way, but that is a simple fact of life. However, we have also made new friends that will be our friends until our dying day. We have been on the same lifeboat together. We have wiped bottoms together, we have bathed patients and inspected each body parts that regular friendships would never have survived. We have seen some things that cannot be unseen, but we still want to see more, and that's what's going to make us all incredible nurses. We have nursed each other, we have diagnosed each other, as well as our family and our friends. The number one diagnosis, of course, was generalized anxiety disorder. That's not shocking, I know. Some of the more exotic ones were, though, that we had an abdominal aortic aneurysm, which actually just turned out to be a tummy bug. And we've diagnosed cancer of every kind: asthma, congestive heart failure, COPD, brain bleed, postpartum hemorrhage, the death rattle, ACE cough, gastroenteritis, a pneumothorax, skin cancer, strep, rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, angina with palpitations related to testing anxiety. Some of our family and friends would probably diagnose us as bipolar with hallucinations. And of course, the number one is stress-induced weight gain, secondary to nursing school, as evidenced by brownies and yoga pants. In closing, remember that if you have ever cleaned up pee or poop or vomit or snot, blood or tears, if you've ever held a hand or cried with a sick family member or friend, or if you've encouraged someone just to go see a doctor, you are already a nurse. But today it's just a little closer